Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, Siman Kuf Ches, Siman 108, Halacha Gimel, the third halacha. Okay, so we're going further with our halachas concerning the flour and grain used for the matzah. Now we're coming on to the preparation of the grain. We're specifically talking about the milling process and how to make sure that the mill that we use to grind our grain is kosher. How to make sure that there is not leftovers from previous grindings and things like that. Okay. Kvar nagu Yisrael. Yisrael is already accustomed ladakdek beheksher rechaim, to be particular in the preparation of the rechaim, of the mill. L'naker hetiv, to pick it over well. U'lenakos b'kol ha'efshari, to clean it to the extent of what's possible. Or we do our best to make sure that there's no grains or old flour or anything left there in the rechaim, in the mill. Fine. The kisim, and the sacks that we use to put the flour in. Luchim chadashim, we purchase new ones. We use new bags to contain the Passover flour in. Because the old flour, we are concerned, might become chametz. Ubemokom, in a place, shesh tamid chachamim, in a place where there are tamid chachamim, where there are proficient rabbis, people who are sufficiently learned, sufficiently skilled in Torah scholarship. Hema holchim el rechaim, they should go to the rechaim. L'shkiach sheyeh hechsher karoi, to check to make sure that it has been prepared as is fit, as is appropriate. Ubemochem she'ein tamid chachamim, in a place where there are not tamid chachamim, in a place where there are not Torah scholars. Roit lakol yirei shamayim, it is fit or fitting for all yirei shamayim, for anybody who fears heaven. Sheyelech be'atzmo, to go himself. L'shkiach al heksher, to check over the preparation of the rechaim, of the mill. Why? The mitzvah bo yoser mibishlucho, because in this case, there's a mitzvah more for him to do it himself than through an agent. So certainly, if there's somebody that can do it better than him, then he should rely on that. He should rely on the rabbi. He should rely on somebody who's known to be pious and to be learned. But in a place where that is not the case, in a place where there is no such person, he should go himself, because there's more of a mitzvah for him to be mindful of his own needs than to send somebody else to do it for him. Fine. But nohagin, and we are accustomed she'akemach rishon, that the first flour that we grind by she'akemach rishon she'nitchan la'achar heksher, the first flour that was ground after the preparation of the rechaim, of the mill, and ochlan also b'Pesach. We don't eat it on Passover. We don't eat that flour on Pesach. Why? Because we're not 100% sure that there's not still some residue from previous grindings in there. And we hope that, at least we're concerned, that it might be mixed into our first run of flour. And we hope by running a run of flour through it, that will carry any other particles of grain out that might be chametzik. So this is just a precaution. Fine. Further, Im tochanim berechaim gam tvua lasusa. Also, if we grind on that mill tvua, grist that has been moistened, has been wet, whether it's for some sort of animal feed or whether it's for some sort of fermented or bleached flour, whether it's anything like that. I don't think it used to be so common. Typically, the grain back then used to be a whole grain, but not, and they used to grind it dry. But now I think it's more common to grind wet grain. So if we do that on that particular mill after it has been cleaned, well, we're still concerned about the room and the environment that it is in. So if in case that rechaim has been used to grind wet substance, wet grain, we need to separate it off with a mechitza. Why? A mechitza being a wall or a barrier of some sort. Why? Shelo yisarev boy min ha'abechahu. So there shouldn't mix with it any of the dust of the previous grindings with our Pesach flour. So we're concerned that the wet grain has become chametz, and any of the dust that might be ambient in the room might mix into our flour that we're grinding. So the eitzah, the advice here is to make a mechitza. I have here in the notes to my edition on described the mechitza, the wall, the barrier. It says, Klomer, as if to say, im tochanim ba'oso cheder tvua lususa. If in that cheder, in that room, is ground wet, soaked grains, Yavsik b'mechitza min hakarka v'ad hatichra. You should separate off the grinding area that you're going to be grinding your Passover flour with a mechitza, with a wall, min hakarka, from the ground up to the tichra, up to the roof. So we're talking a serious barrier here. Now, these days, we don't have one. I don't think that most Pesach operations, most bakeries use the same mills that they use year-round for flour. I think they have designated mills. So at least the bakeries that I've been in, or the operations where they ground flour, the ones that I've seen have designated mills that are closed off all year round until it's time to bake for Passover. So this is not a problem, but we're talking about kind of the village mill scenario where there's one mill in town and it has to be prepared for Pesach. So if they do this kind of material there during the year, we're concerned there might be some ambient chametzik dust that might get mixed in with our flour, and because of the strictness of the prohibition of chametz, we are all the more careful. Okay, I hope that was I did this halacha justice. Keep learning. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Kol tuv, hatzlacha rabba.